Welcome to Raised in the Woods. I'm Joel Kleefisch. I get to have an awesome time with you on the radio, on the podcasts, alongside Chef Ellie Lawton, the co-host of this show, the co-hostess with the mostest recipes of anybody I know.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you are a chef after all.
We all hold a smartphone, so technically we all have all of them.
That is how it goes now. We've got an all-star cast today from the Wisconsin Waterfowl Association. Executive Director Brad Heidel is here. Mike the Meat Man Kretschmer from Nye's Meats up here in Wisconsin. And, of course, we've got Megan Salazar, who is not only a sommelier, but quite an experienced hunter.
And a volunteer for the WWA.
She does.
She is.
It is quite the incestuous group here. I get to work with them. Tell me, well, I mean, metaphorically.
Well, we are up north.
Metaphor.
Oh, boy.
Where's the banjo? Cue the banjo.
Okay. No Arkansas jokes. Come on.
I thought it was Alabama, so I don't know.
I thought it was Ellie's favorite state of West Virginia.
Okay.
Don't come down to
boy.
my West Virginia folks.
All right, everybody. let's just.
We love the Midwest.
Let's bring it back in. we don't want to.
I've got a hog
do
getting
the show
taxidermied
over.
in West Virginia right now.
Oh.
They're good people.
West Virginia, the East Coast has got its awesome people too. I love the South. I mean, I love Florida.
I love it
hog
all.
hunting and gator hunting, you name it. I love the Midwest.
But
and
back
there
to this
is
special
no
group.
better. Well, I'm saying we've all hunted together. We've all been in different states hunting together. We've fished together. Mike Kretschmer was one of the first people to ever take me on a waterfowl hunt in my life, which we had
Look
a
at you
blast
now.
at.
Yes.
The diapers
Wow.
are off, and he's killed more animals in a year than I've
The
in my
diaper
life.
came off, and I think it's going back on.
We keep down this road. I'm going to need a diaper on.
You know I got to give you some grief when I'm on the show.
I'd expect nothing less.
If
Mike.
you had diapers, you wouldn't have to waste your socks sometimes.
Unfortunately,
Oh my gosh, are we going to really go
in
into
the hunting blinds,
I-
we've all discussed about where certain articles of clothing are in the world due to certain situations.
I have underpants buried in 5 different states, and I think a couple foreign countries.
There you go.
I think that's called what's the?
That's called
I think
lack of
that's-
preparation.
I think that's
Yeah.
called TMI.
So,
It's called lack of preparation.
I mean, rule number 1 for me is always to have the TP in the bag.
Well,
or the
when,
boat.
When nature calls, nature calls.
That's
Mike.
fair. I
Yeah.
get it. Oh, yeah.
When
trust
we're
me.
in
I know
nature,
it.
nature calls.
And that's
What's the call?
A gurgling stomach.
Gotta go.
when
We're off the rails already.
when the hair
Megan.
when the hair on your arm is standing
sorry.
up.
Mike's call sounds like Dave's call when he's off into the woods and we need to know where he is, and he shoots something and he calls to us.
Oh,
Yeah, caw. That was so funny.
Man.
I wish Dave was here so he could do his call.
Well, Megan's lover
in
Dave
Texas.
is
Yeah.
predisposed in Texas. at
Shout
this
out to
moment.
Megan's lover, Dave.
She can't
Formerly
even talk.
known as Tad.
he's still known as Dad. Although
What does that
That's got to
stand
be
for?
an inside joke.
it talks a lot, Dave. That's what it stands for.
She says it with a straight face,
However, the other day we went to a friend's house and his wife talks a lot and she talks more than Dave. And Dave
too.
was like,
No.
whoa, she talks a lot. And I was like, now you know how everyone else feels.
Oh, man. Well, if you're just joining us, welcome to Raised in the Woods, a
We've
show
covered a lot.
about the outdoors that goes off the rails quite frequently. My name is Joel Kleefisch. I love making my life in the outdoors of the Midwest. I have the honest to God blessing to be able to have not only as part of my career and livelihood, but my biggest love, spending time in the outdoors, hunting, fishing, and eating what we harvest. We've got co-hosting this show is Chef Lawton, who is not only a French culinary certified French chef, but also someone who likes spending time in the outdoors and bringing that harvest to the table in a way that we love to share with you how to do it in a simple way, but to make some really fantastic creations. I think very often people get far too caught up in I have a piece of wild game, it's got to go butter and onions to the table, and I think that gets boring, and I think some people just don't like that.
Yeah,
but
I think people lose interest, They get scared of wild game because it's usually leaner cuts of meat, and you kind of have to get spicy and add some seasoning to it, or prepare it, or marinate it, or tenderize it. These are simple things, though, and it can really make a big difference. From the butter and onions, which is a classic and great way to have a piece of wild game, but people get scared. And
but I think once people start, you build confidence in it. And
Absolutely.
It's almost a whole nother hobby.
yeah, like I've seen people go and make one or two dishes outside of what they were normally making and just nail them, and then they're addicted to it. And that's how I am. It's like, okay, I've conquered that. Now I need to find something else. And then I keep building from there. And it's so much fun. I mean, at the end of the day, become a little scientist in your kitchen. It's a lot of fun.
I just think don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Right.
You can make something, and if it doesn't turn out great, you've learned from it, and so the next time you're making something, you make it a little bit of a different way. But I also think people don't think of wild game as Chinese food or Mexican food.
They don't.
I make more Asian and like ethnic dishes out of my wild game than anything.
So do I, because the sauces and the marinades and those really heavy, bold flavors, and also fresh, like the freshness that you can put in these dishes, like fresh herbs and fresh fruits and vegetables. Gosh, they're so good.
And I would have to say that probably you had said people make mistakes. I say the biggest mistake most people make is overcooking it.
Right.
The second biggest mistake is how do they handle their meat
Yeah.
prior to even cooking it.
Correct.
Like when they're harvesting it and how do they clean it
Yeah.
and everything. So
Yeah.
Well, that is, I think we've stumbled onto a really fun topic because you can do things simply and easily, but still not boring. And that's a sticky wicket, and it's tricky for people who don't have the confidence out of the gate. And if there's one thing I do want you to have listening to the show is to understand what a bunch of mess ups we are, and we still end up with fairly decent stuff.
My daughter just recently, I brought some Wagyu home and made tacos out of beef.
Wagyu beef.
Wagyu beef. And my daughter goes, I want the meat out of the freezer in the basement. I like it a lot better. I was like, you just had $22 a pound ground beef, and you would take venison over that when making tacos or whatever.
I would too,
But
though.
when you
Not
are
gonna lie.
used to it, you get that
Correct.
flavor. And some people, when they start eating wild game for the first time, oh gosh, it's gamey, or it has that different flavor to it. But you eat it a few times and you turn it into one of your favorite Asian dishes or your favorite Italian dishes. You get so used to that. So when you go back to like a store-bought beef or beef in general or something like that, you taste that and now you're like, Joel, you say this, you're like, ooh, that beef is gamey.
Beef tastes funny to me now. When I buy beef from the store, I still like it, but it tastes
Yeah.
different to me. It tastes funny to me now.
Beef tenderloin, I've said that forever. I'm like, I'm eating backstrap, and my wife will pick that over. I'm a ribeye guy all day, and I'm like, from eating that, I'll just stay home and eat backstrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do prefer that myself.
And you can literally make any food that you make with normal store-bought meat
Yeah,
with wild game.
Absolutely, Brad.
We make a ton of, like, we've been talking a lot about some different Asian foods. We make a ton of wontons out of duck and goose and egg rolls out of goose, and it's absolutely delicious.
I tell people that are new to cooking with wild game, start with your favorite dishes. If stir fry is your favorite, make stir fry with that wild game.
Ooh,
right?
that's a great
if
suggestion.
pizza's your favorite, make pizza with a shredded wild game on it. Like make your favorite dishes with those proteins swapped out and start from there, because then you're at least comfortable making those dishes because you've already made them, like spaghetti and meatballs or something like that. But you're getting used to working with the wild game.
So there's a guy in Florida, Buck's Pizza. I met him actually in the international pizza show in Vegas. It's kind of cool to run into him and talk to him. But
Whoa, sorry.
was-
You're name dropping there
Yes.
with the fancy places you
but
go.
he I ran into him, but he did an iguana and venison pizza in South Florida when they had
wonderful.
when all the iguanas were falling out
Falling
of the
out of the
trees.
They
trees.
still are. I
I've eaten
think.
iguana. It's absolutely
That's
delicious.
what I've heard.
It tastes like crab meat. It's phenomenal.
I saw him on TikTok.
We need to get to our wild of the week.
Yeah, we're going to get to the wild week.
We can talk about food all
cap
day.
this off, though, and we may come back to it because this is a great topic. I have to confess, for quite a while, when I early on didn't know what to do with meat, I would take a hamburger helper and just put my wild game in the hamburger helper. And that was the very first step I took into the wild game cooking arena, more than a decade ago. But I will tell you, even doing that shows you that wild game can be a fantastic, meal. Regardless, you don't have to buy the meat in cellophane at the store in order to make it delicious. Because I'm telling you, hamburger helper is really good.
I have a
Ellie,
confession.
didn't we talk about this, like creating our own company, like tagged and bagged, and making
Yeah,
like marinades and stuff?
Yes, we
for
did.
wild
Yeah,
game?
we should do that.
You guys,
That's a
I've
great
never had
idea.
hamburger helper.
Me either.
Really?
And I've never had, I've never had ramen noodles like packet.
I can't.
Oh.
They remind me of frogs.
That's
yeah, and you hate
interesting.
frogs.
I hate frogs.
Oh, that's, we're going to,
It's a very bad childhood
that's
memory.
going to come up in another part of the show. So
I
we'll be
know.
back to that.
Yes. Well, I think we should get into our wild of the week. Mine is frog watching. No. My wild of the week is being outside in the tumultuous Wisconsin weather. We had one
She's
day
angry.
and it was 20 degrees, and the next day is 70 degrees.
But with 50-mile-an-hour winds.
And back and forth. And the only thing I can say I love about it is because I love spring and fall clothing the best of the whole year. So my wild of the week was trying to figure out what the ever-loving hell I was going to wear to be comfortable in whatever that weather took the turn of the day. Mike, what do you got?
Mine is going food.
Ooh.
I'm not doing the recipe this week. Somebody else can do a recipe.
Well, you just signed yourself up.
But no,
so you're
I'm doing it
welcome.
right now.
We're
So
doing
wild turkey breast, fillet it out really thin.
Did
and
you do this already this
yes,
week?
I did.
All right.
I did this already. And then so you kind of like make a roll with it, and then I put
Yeah.
a cranberry and apple stuffing in the middle, rolled it back up,
Yes.
took the skin from the turkey, wrapped it up over it, and then I smoked it at 225, and it turned out awesome.
Well, dang, Mike.
that
How
does-
come we're not
Let's get
eating
some,
that?
next time.
That's
Okay.
a great wild
Next
of the
time.
week.
Wow.
Megan, what do you got?
I went shed hunting at our lease in Minnesota, in Rushford,
Oh.
Minnesota.
How'd you do?
We didn't find any, but the thing that was really good, aside from me losing, the bad thing, I lost my Ray-Bans. So sad.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
They're in the woods.
You're kind of famous for leaving sunglasses places.
Yeah, well, I had to buy a new pair. So we did not find any sheds. We did pick up all the cameras, but we saw a lot of woodcock, and that makes me very happy.
Oh, wonderful.
Something I've never set out to hunt, but I would like to do that.
You
at some
hardly
point.
ever see them, but we flushed 25 in about
Wow.
2.5 hours. So I like
Holy
to see
cow.
that migrating bird come back.
Goodness.
Oh, that is awesome. Brad, your wild of the week?
Quite simple for me. Wild of the week is going to be I had my turkey hunting season and bagged a beautiful tom opening day.
Oh, that is
Ooh.
absolutely
Love
awesome.
that.
Chef Lawton?
I got my first tick of the season.
Oh, that's a horrible wild of the week.
Whoa, God, sorry about that.
Well,
It is.
having had
It's
Lyme
a-
disease,
It's
that's
actually a friendly message, public service announcement. The ticks are
They're out.
watch out for them in the
Out,
Midwest. They're
alive
out
and well.
already. We got an awesome show. We're going to talk about turkey hunting, what to do with your turkeys, your favorite turkey recipes, how spring is going to bring the best fishing we've ever seen with Mike, the meat man, the expert on angling as well. You're listening to Raised in the Woods. Raised in the Woods is your one-stop shop for everything in the great outdoors of the great states of Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa, soon to be more states as we continue to expand. My name's Joel Kleefisch, the host of this show, along with co-host Ellie Lawton. We've got an awesome panel of folks along with us this week. Mike the Meat Man Kretschmer from Nye's Meats, Brad Heidel, the executive director of the Wisconsin Waterfowl Association, and our frequent flyer contributor Megan Salazar, who just happens to be a sommelier, and we're going to start talking about using wines in recipes. That's something I came up with over the break, and I'm excited about talking about.
News to me.
It's news to Megan, but we like to wing it on the show, don't we?
yeah, we do.
It's all right. Look, everybody who's an outdoors person who loves to hunt, loves to fish, loves the fall in the Midwest. There's no doubt about it. But if there's any season that brings about renewal of the spirit, it is the springtime. The sap is running. People are making maple syrup. The turkeys are strutting. The waters are rushing. What an awesome time to be in the Midwest.
You're like Little
babies
House
are
on the
being
Prairie
born,
right
too.
now.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You just
I was going to say the ticks are out.
Well, gee, Paul.
yeah. Honestly, though, like nothing is as bad as the freaking ever-loving tick hell of Scotland that I experienced.
Oh boy.
Yes, if you do go to Scotland, make sure to invest in the tick-free clothing.
I mean,
That's all
I don't even
can
know if it matters.
I'm not sure. it
Megan
does
was
either.
with me. She saw the whole meltdown. It was hours.
Yes.
I
It was
think
bad.
by the end of the
Sad.
day, I picked like 127 ticks off of me.
Wow.
And I will never return to Scotland because of it.
At least not in hiking.
I got Lyme disease in Scotland.
Yeah,
And
you really brought the big one back.
Dealt-
I did not.
I dealt with that Lyme disease for 2 months.
Yeah,
and
that's
it
terrible.
Was miserable. So let that be a warning to you. Make sure that if you go out in the woods right now, the ticks are out. So make sure you watch for them and
Yes.
check yourself over after.
And I want to add, because I didn't really know this actually until we went to Scotland, there's actually really good tick repellent pants that all the guides actually wear out in Scotland. And you can order them online, and they're not supposed to be super bad for you or like soaked in chemicals.
I was
going
going to say, while you're looking for ticks, you can be looking for morels too, because those are popping any day pretty
Yeah.
quick here.
Yeah, but make sure you have all your stuff with you
Sheds.
I
to
do
keep
have-
the ticks off of you.
I do have some of those tick repellent pants and a shirt
Yeah.
as well, and they work extremely well. The shirt is really, really long.
Mm-hmm.
It tucks into the pants, and then there's actually 2 cuffs in the pants.
Okay.
So you tuck one cuff in your boot, and the other one goes over the top.
How
and
nifty.
there's no way for the ticks to get in.
Yeah, I need to just buy that.
that's
The
They'll
whole-
find a way.
I'm gonna just.
They will find a way.
You know what? I'm going hazmat suit all of hunting season, all summer.
That's
you
what
see
I'm
me
wearing when
outside,
we
I'm
go-
rocking the hazmat.
Do they make hazmat suits in camo?
in my size? What are you gonna say?
Bright yellow. I'm
you
not
know,
turkey hunting with you.
you know, they say nobody trusts a skinny chef. So
Yeah. So
not
what are you saying? So what exactly are you saying?
I'm not going there.
Don't do
Either
it.
you don't trust me or I'm fat. You choose. Which one is it going to be?
I'm going with I don't trust you.
Oh boy.
I'm taking the high road.
Wow, I'm super offended,
Mike,
Brad.
could you hand me a
I'd rather you call me fat.
Could you hand me a shovel? I'm just gonna keep digging.
Hey, how's the air down in that hole?
Oh my god. So horrible. Well, all I can say is people like me in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That's all.
Which
I
glass
really
house,
know.
the trust or the fat?
Either one. I really messed that one up. Oh my gosh.
Back on track.
But but we're all going to be in the outdoors anyway because it's the spring and it's turkey hunting season, and I want to get into some of the best, gear for that and how to make your turkey hunt successful.
I want to hear about Brad's hunt.
Brad.
Oh, sorry to steal
Yeah.
that
How
from
did
you.
No. Thank you, Brad. You got it done like in toot sweet.
I did get it done that quick. But you know what I'd rather really talk about is a mentor hunt I took 2 weeks before that.
Yeah, I want to
We're-
hear about that too, Brad.
Yeah.
That's something.
Don't hold back.
So we took a gal out from DSG Outerwear who makes wonderful gear for women in the outdoors.
Yes.
And she had never hunted before. And we were together doing some work stuff. And I said, would you like to go? She's like, what do you mean? I said, do you want to go turkey hunting? She goes, no one's ever asked me before. She says she comes from a hunting family. No one from her family has asked her before. So we took her out for a mentor hunt. And there's really great opportunities to put mentor hunts together where we actually take them out, we take them to the range, we show them how to shoot, we answer questions for them, we show them how to clean the bird, etc. We do everything. And then we were out for the first morning, and literally we had 20 toms gobbling around us. It
Oh
was
my gosh.
phenomenal.
That's the greatest sound in the world.
Isn't it though?
Yes.
And we had 2 toms come strutting into our decoy
Oh, perfect.
at 7:30 in the morning. And actually, when I say decoy, I had the whole flock out for her. I had 7 decoys out for this gal.
man.
We were going to get something coming in.
He was in it to win it.
Yes.
I
yes.
was in it to win it. Go big or go home. And we had 2 beautiful toms come in, and she got her first bird on the first morning out. And it was so
wonderful.
exciting.
That is
Wow.
awesome. Did she do? I always think whenever I take a new hunter, and that's my favorite thing, when they shoot and they're successful and they kill that bird, the first thing they do instead of celebrating or jumping up and down or cheering, they look at you.
And smile.
They look at you like, "Did I really do that?"
And then
you
they
say,
ask, when can I go again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
right.
kidding. And then you have to block their number.
and you have to block them from stopping. Oh my gosh, this is such a great show. We're going to talk about what to do with that bird. We're going to talk a little bit about setups and gear too. And fishing is upon us in full swing. The opening of game fishing across the Midwest too. We love having you along. Make sure you stay tuned, and if you don't catch us live on Saturdays at 11, you can check out Raised in the Woods on civicmedia.com, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. This is Raised in the Woods. Hey, if you're not listening to Raised in the Woods, you're missing out on how to make food from the outdoors on your table, how to get out there and experience it. If you're a brand new outdoors person, if you've never hunted before, if you've never fished before, if you've never foraged, kayaked, camped, climbed a mountain, this is the show to listen to because half those things I haven't done either.
What?
I'm just playing.
Pretty sure you've done all of them.
Well, you have to climb the mountain every time you dig yourself into a hole.
That's a fact. My name's Joel Kleefisch. This show is Raised in the Woods. This is a show about the Midwest of the United States and all of the wonderful things we have to do when we step foot out of our domiciles into the beautiful outdoors. Chef Ellie Lawton is the co-host of this show. She is a culinarian, but for the purposes of this show, she talks quite a bit about wild game, how to prepare it, how to not be afraid of it, how to not be afraid of
Don't be afraid.
trying something new in your kitchen. And Chef Lawton, I think that you are one of those people who really gets out there and gives her hell when it comes to the outdoors.
I try to. I really like being outside.
Yeah, well,
There's not a lot of people out there.
Yes.
there's fewer people outside per square foot. I'm sure that's true.
Before we move on in this segment, I have some questions for Brad to put him on the spot about this mentored hunt.
Oh.
Because we may have some listeners that might be interested in turkey hunting. So do you do a lot of mentored hunts? And if so, like, would people reach out to you? Do you do that through WWA? Or was that just the one you did, was that just kind of a one-off?
You know, this was a personal one that I do with the National Wild Turkey Federation.
Oh, wonderful.
So I work with them as part of this, but I can also tell you that all the states that are listening to us right now have opportunities to do mentored hunts in their states. And I would encourage those people who are looking to get into hunting and just don't know where to start. Mm-hmm. Get in touch with your local department, with your wildlife department, and they will be happy to point you in the right direction. And what I can also tell you is, if you're interested in becoming a mentor, it probably did more for me as a mentor than the actual person I was mentoring or mentee,
Yeah,
if
the
you want to
mentee,
call it
yeah.
that.
I would
Yes.
100%
Certainly.
agree with that. I've done it numerous years up in Horicon in the marsh, and I have more fun taking these kids or adults, can be either one depending on the program,
Yeah.
into some, actually it's protected areas even that they
Yes.
allow some of these hunts to happen, and it's some of the best memories I have of taking people out that are.
And
Yeah.
Megan can talk a lot about that as well.
Yeah, Megan and
I'm
I
on
have
the
both
spot now.
done mentored women's hunts, and it's just, it's
I
very
look forward
fulfilling.
to those weekends more than, like, I'm not a morning person at all. I hate it. But if I'm getting up to mentor someone, I'm like up and at 'em
Yeah.
You have to drag me out of bed to go hunting in the morning sometimes. If it's just me.
There is nothing. I think there's an evolution of a hunter. I think when you first start hunting, you kind of want to get out there and you kill stuff. You want to have the experience of killing stuff and being successful. But the evolution of a hunter, as far as I was concerned as well, I get much more joy out of taking somebody and seeing them get their first harvest, or even spending the time in the woods with them or in a field with them. Giving them that experience is more satisfying to me. And the cool thing about the mentored hunt in Wisconsin and the youth hunt is you can get somebody who can even get a leftover tag, but you can still take them out before all the regular hunters are hitting the fields and using all of, hitting all the good spots. You can take them previous to the season.
It's bonus time.
It's bonus time. That's a great way of putting it, and it's really fantastic to be able to take people and know those fields aren't going to be swamped, or you're not going to have to be fighting other people, because our season structure in Wisconsin is different than a lot of other states. We assign weeks, but even when you get those weeks, very often you're running into people and you end up having to go to a second or third spot. And as a new hunter, that can be extremely intimidating.
And frustrating.
Yeah.
And frustrating, right? I mean, it's frustrating to an experienced hunter, right? But these mentored hunts, they really are a way to kind of get out there and show somebody the reins. And when you have a mentored hunt, you're going before the season starts, right? So very often, a lot of those turkeys are still grouped up, and you'll get 2 or 3 or 4 toms to come into your decoys at some point. And
I wish I could be a mentee for every turkey season.
right? No kidding, no kidding. But you get you get a show with lots of turkeys because they're all still together. You're not having to usually be as patient or as adept at the hunt. Those birds aren't decoy shy by then. It's
they've had no pressure.
They've had no pressure. They've been, they're not thinking about being hunted. Whereas you hunt, season 3, 4, 5, 6. You're dealing with turkeys that have seen some decoys. They've heard some calling. But this is just a real great time to get people.
And they
in the
get
woods.
beat up from each other, so
Yeah.
they're
Yes,
a
they
lot
do.
more hesitant to come into the spread, or
There's
that's-
no better time for someone who is thinking about getting involved in hunting or starting hunting than spring turkey. I think that is honestly the best place to start, is do a mentored turkey hunt. I mean,
couldn't
you
agree
will
more.
you will have a great show, if anything, even if you never pull the trigger. Because obviously a mentored hunt, that's the whole point. There's no pressure. You go out there with someone who is experienced. You get to watch nature wake up. It's just so wonderful.
Hey, I want to detail. I want to hear from everybody on this panel. What's your go-to setup early in the season for decoys? Mike,
I'll
what do you
start.
got?
Half strut Jake and a hen, a lay down hen.
Oh, a lay
A
down.
lay
Lay
down.
down, so she's laying there.
Right
And I put
Oh.
Yep.
the Jake like 3.
A breeder.
Yep. So if for the listeners, it's like literally the turkey cut in half, the hen,
Yeah.
and it's
Yep.
laid on the ground, so she's in the ready position, and then the Jake is half strut, like 2 to 3 feet on an angle behind her. So I kind of get
Yep.
instead of straight heads going the same direction, I put the Jake.
So you're trying to make the toms mad. Why
Yes.
is that guy with my lady?
Yes, right, and it works. I love it in late season even because it's one on. I've had 3, 4 toms coming in on the one Jake, and it puts on a show.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Brad, what did you run?
When I took Liz out a couple of weeks ago, we had 7 decoys out, so I had the whole flock. I
I've
threw
never
Wow.
turkey hunted
everything
with
at
that
'em.
many decoys.
Wow.
That sounds awesome.
I
I
had-
have, but it's a lot to carry.
yeah, that's a lot of work.
Well, I drove the truck out there the day before and threw everything in the blind.
Ah.
So we had a
Brad,
full
please
strutter.
be my mentor.
Yes, absolutely. we had a full strutter, a half strutter, and a lay down, and 4 hens.
So you were cognizant of the fact that they haven't broken up yet. You were going for that group
Yes.
mentality, and you wanted those toms to feel like that's my group. I
Yep.
got to go over by them.
Exactly.
Beautiful. When I run early season, I have 2. If I have a long walk, I'm taking 3 decoys, and I'm going to have quarter strut Jake, and I've made a Jake fan out from a real Jake, and I will put that. I put it on like political yard sign hanger, and I'll put it at an angle behind the Jake, like it's a Jake fan that can't quite get his fan up all the way. He's young. He really is going to tick off the toms. And then,
I've seen that decoy.
yes, you have. You've seen it work. Too.
Yes,
I think I've
have.
shot that
You've
decoy.
seen it. Well, I'll tell you what, Chef Lawton, if you can make that decoy taste good, you are a good chef. I've had, and that's, I run in front of that a full upright dominant hen, and then I run a feeder hen as well. And the reason I run that dominant hen is because early on, oftentimes you will still, in those groups of hens, you'll get the dominant hen who will be very angry that there's another dominant hen. She'll come over, and if those birds are henned up, if they're following a hen around and they're not interested in fighting because they got their lady, if their lady brings them over close enough, then you can get that kill. So it's kind of like I think it's a two-pronged approach. And then as time goes on, I'll take away that fan.
It's kind of like when my wife wants to go to the bar. I'm going to go with her.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Usually
right.
I want to go to the bar and she doesn't, that kind of mentality. You never know. But
I have a
she's
theory.
going, I'm going.
Hey, you're the quarter strut Jake. We know.
I have a theory about that. I think that hunting turkeys is very much like the social dynamic of a bar. You got the guys who are from the bar. They go to the bar quite a bit. They walk in and they see someone else talking to one of their ladies, and at the beginning they're like, hey, what's that guy doing talking to our that woman we know over there? And then one of the other guys says, oh, just have a drink, don't worry about it. But as time goes on, they get more and more frustrated and they can't help but going over to it. And that's what happens in the turkey field very often.
And then they start pushing each other with their chest, and you're looking at a blind like, what a bunch of high schoolers. Come on, get it together, boys. That's a decoy you're pushing against right now. But it's so fun to watch. It is literally
And then
like
what
a
happens?
great movie.
Boom.
Then you're like, okay, one of these dum-dums have to go.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, man.
And then you have a really good dinner.
Yeah.
Megan,
or
what do
laugh.
you like for a setup in turkey in the springtime?
Honestly, this is only my second year turkey hunting, so I still have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, well, you and I went on a hunt. And
That
you
was
seemed
my,
to do
like,
just
very
perfectly
first
there.
turkey.
I consider that a great honor then. Well, see, that's why the show is so great. We have, every one of us has a different range of experience, and having Megan along on that hunt and watching her kill her first turkey, that was really exciting.
It was a perfect shot.
It was a perfect shot.
I
I
know,
will give you
but like
that.
we both shot at the same time and shot 2 Super Jakes.
Well,
and
yeah, we had some Super Jakes. They had like 5-inch beards, and they came in right together. We both looked at each other like, yeah, this is going to happen. We counted to 3. Boom. It sounded like one shot, and both turkeys were dusted, and that was really awesome.
That's awesome.
So,
I
what do
love
you
it.
like for a springtime setup?
Quarter
Chef
strut
Lawton?
Jake and upright hen.
Yeah. That you can't go wrong. Now, as time goes on, I will definitely take that fan on the back and keep lowering it, because as time goes on, they're much more leery to come in and fight, it feels like. And that's when you're starting to hunt those subdominant or less dominant toms, and you don't really want them. And some people pull the Jake on those, and they'll
Yep.
just run the hen.
I was
at
just
that
going to
point.
say that. And as I go on with running and gunning versus a blind, I'll take a feeder hen and an upright hen and just run with that quick and see what happens. And I'll let the bird sometimes tell me what's going on. I've had days show up and then they get 100 yards, 80 yards out, and they don't want nothing to do it. They switch it up the next morning and they're right
Yeah.
in the spread. And
Yeah.
To be
Night,
fair,
Irene.
I only have 3 decoys, so
Yeah.
I play decoy roulette. I'm grabbing 2. I don't
Yeah.
know which ones I'm
Yeah.
grabbing. I'm grabbing 2,
You
and
know
they
what?
work.
I think you're just fine, because I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
If I wasn't doing that mentor hunt earlier in the year, I used no decoys. 0.
Really?
I rarely use a decoy.
Really?
Because
Growing up,
I've
we
had-
hunted turkeys. We never used a decoy. Never.
more birds
Box call.
hang
That
up.
was it.
Yep. Have more birds hang up out of range
Yeah.
than actually come in.
Yep.
See, I have a theory about hanging up birds. I think that, or at least my experience has been, that there's nothing in the world that kills turkey. The number one thing in the world that kills turkeys is patience.
Yes.
And even hung up birds over time, they cannot resist. They're social creatures. I have never seen a more social animal in the woods or in the field than turkeys. And their curiosity gets the better of them.
That happens with fishing too. People
Really?
you don't catch anything for an hour and then they go home.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. I think it's tougher with fishing than if you can see a bird in the field. I believe a hung up tom. I have everyone say, they hung up, and then you get frustrated and you leave the blind, you leave the situation.
Right.
You stay there. If you will outlast that bird will eventually get within the 30, 40 yards to shoot them, ethically and safely. There's no doubt about it. Man, gosh, the show flies so fast and so fun to talk about. When we come back, I'm really excited to talk about our recipe of the week because we're going to talk about everyone's favorite turkey recipe.
Ooh,
What
which we
better
just
thing to
found out
talk
about.
This is Raised in the Woods. This is Raised in the Woods, and this is the time to talk about food, how to take from the outdoors and put it on your dinner table. And it's turkey season around the country right now. And look, if you listen to the show and you're part of it, but you're not a turkey hunter, fantastic. Go buy a turkey from the store because these recipes definitely cross whether you get it in the wild or you purchase it at a store. All of our recipes can be done and made with anything from the store or anything from the woods. So don't be afraid to try this. I'm going to start mine out super simple with a recipe that my kids absolutely loved, and that is a crowd pleaser and crowd favorite, and it couldn't be more simple. You're going to take your turkey breast, pound it out, and cut it into 1-inch cubes. Then you put a fondue pot in the middle. Now you got to be a little careful because you're going to boil some cooking oil in it, and you're going to give all the kids fondue sticks. And the fun of this recipe is coming up with all the sauces to dip it in. I love the right wing sauce, buffalo
wonderful.
sauce, ranch, cheese. You can have 3-4 different kinds of cheeses, and then put some chunks of bread on the side, and the kids will have fun. Adults will have fun. You're frying those cubes of meat, and you don't have to worry because they get cooked really fast. They get a little glaze on the outside, and they're perfectly juicy inside. And dip them in those sauces, and just have a really fun way to cook turkey. And wild turkey's absolutely delicious this way too.
Oh my
So
goodness.
We're starting out. That's my turkey recipes.
Wow.
Quick and easy.
Shall I do mine next?
Chef Lawton, let's hear your turkey recipe.
Okay. I'm going to breast out my wild turkey. Then I'm going to rinse the meat. I'm going to put it in a glass baking dish. I'm going to cover it with either butter, olive oil, or tallow. I need to add some fat to it. I want to cover the outside. I'm going to do salt, pepper, maybe some fresh herbs, whatever I have in my fridge or my cupboard for herbs that I like. And then I'm going to put some whole cloves of garlic in that pan. I'm going to roast it 350 until it temps at like 155. I'm going to pull it out, let it rest. Then I'm going to take that roasted garlic clove and I'm going to mix it with some mayo. And I'm going to put some cranberry chutney or like lingonberry jam or some sort of jam in that mayo, okay? Put that aside. I'm going to slice my turkey, put it on some sourdough bread, brie, arugula, drizzle of olive oil, some of that mayo, butter the outsides, put it in the oven, crisp that sandwich up, and that is my favorite way to eat it.
Good gracious, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's actually really easy.
Well,
Why are you all laughing?
Easy because we're
You
all
don't
just
look at
sitting
me.
here. We're
This
not
is no
laughing.
joke. I'm not
We're
I'm
dreaming.
memorized kind of right now. You just pulled that like that
You're,
sounded phenomenal.
you're memorized or mesmerized?
Mesmerized. Oh, here we go again.
Hypnotized.
He was trying to memorize
Hey,
what she was saying as he was
Mike,
mesmerized.
the meat man, Kretschmer, we don't have you on the show because of your grammar. It's
Yeah,
okay.
well,
We have you for your other
Remember when he
yeah,
tried
your
foreign
other
language?
Yeah. Stop it. We don't have much time. Okay.
Yes, we don't. What do you
I got
got,
a
Mike?
very easy one.
'Kay.
Swap out chicken tortilla soup and put your fresh turkey
Delicious.
into that. And I could go on and on, but
turkey
I'll let
noodle
else.
soup.
Throw some
turkey.
cilantro in there
Yeah.
and some fresh sweet corn from Wisconsin. Throw that on the grill it, and then cut that right off into the soup. Whole nother level.
Wow. See, that's why Chef Lawton's along.
Roast the tomatoes on the grill and the onions too.
Perfect.
and some jalapenos.
Yes, please.
Megan, what do you got?
These are speed recipes, like speed dating.
I have my
Yes.
turkey tail Filipino adobo.
Oh, yes. Megan,
what?
we love that recipe.
We love it.
That recipe's so good, Megan. How do you make that again?
So braised turkey tails in soy sauce, garlic, cane sugar, vinegar till
All the good
it's slow
stuff.
cooked, and then reduce that sauce down into a gravy and put it over rice. That's the simplest way to put it.
Phenomenal.
What kind of turkey tail? Like actual turkey or the
Like turkey
mushroom?
tail. The tail of a
tail
turkey.
of the turkey.
Honestly, you could probably do it with turkey tail mushrooms if you really wanted to go like vegan. on
Oh,
it.
yeah, you certainly
But
could.
actual turkey tails, like from the
Okay.
butt of the turkey.
Brad is looking at Megan like, what did you just say?
Have you never eaten a turkey?
No,
butt
I think he
before?
was just offended that you
have
said
not.
vegan.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, can we back this up? Can we could use ducktails too.
You could, or chicken,
Yeah.
whatever.
Ooh, that sounds delightful.
DuckTales was one of my favorite shows.
Good Lord.
Doesn't surprise me.
Brad, what do you have for your turkey recipe?
Pretty simple. It's one of our favorites and super easy. We love making turkey gyros.
What?
Yep.
Oh
Keep
my.
talking. Keep talking, baby.
They're
Joel
absolutely
just started
phenomenal.
to sweat.
You cut them into some small, thin strips, just like regular gyro meat, just like lamb is cut. And I put it in olive oil and the Greek seasoning,
Yeah, yeah.
and I marinate that for.
So you're slicing it before you cook it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then you're going to
slicing
keep
it
going,
before
Brad.
I
I'm so excited.
slicing it before I cook it, marinate it in olive oil and the Greek seasonings, and then I'm pan frying that, and then just doing a standard gyro. Tomato wedge, some onion, and some tzatziki sauce, and off you go.
Hey,
I
Brad.
need to hear about your tzatziki sauce. Do you make it homemade or?
I don't.
Well, I have a quick recipe for tzatziki sauce. 50% Greek yogurt, 50% daisy sour cream, and then you're gonna mince some garlic in it and fresh lemon juice.
So
and
that'd
you
be
will
just a
have it.
dollop of daisy?
Just a
Just a
dollop
good
of
dollop.
daisy. No, I think I eat more sauce than meat on my sandwiches, to be honest.
Hey, I have a question for Brad, and this is going to make Joel really uncomfortable. Do you put feta on your gyros?
No.
Look, I don't
Who
mind
does?
feta.
I do.
No,
That's
the
why we're best
chef-
friends.
That's why we're the
chef
best friends.
And Megan put feta on just about everything, and it's not that I don't love
Feta's
it,
better.
but I just get a little feta up with it. That's all.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I can't help it. See, if you come along on Raised in the Woods, you're going to have fun. That I guarantee. You will laugh at us, if not with us. We talk about how to enjoy the outdoors, how to make it simple and fun for you and everybody in your family, taking food and forage from the woods to the dinner table, and just having a great time. Don't be afraid to experience it. Don't be afraid to try new things. Reach out to us. Listen to us on your civic media stations on Saturdays at 11 o'clock. If you miss us, catch us on our podcast. We appreciate you having you along, and we will see you next week on Raised in the Woods.